Good morning, everyone, and very welcome to our first Property Pulse session for 2026. It has been an amazing year in 2025, and we are all so geared up for 2026. I hope all of you guys has already been running like crazy. I know we all have all of these challenges, and I see, so much is going on. We have all this declare of war, people fighting about schools. And then we realize there's a lot of people that still don't know how to register with Expello. So it's my absolute pleasure. For those who don't know, I am Elise Leroux. I'm the CEO of Expello. And this morning I have Lizanne van Wyk, our team leader of the client services, with me this morning. Good morning, Lizanne.
Good morning, Elise. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Oh, it's crazy how everything is happening, and what we've seen, especially in January, is a lot of people phone me and then they sound so happy. They go, Elise, I've got a matter for you. The tenant is not paying. Can you please take them? And then I realized, a lot of people don't know when to register with Expello. And I thought it was a good opportunity to pull you in. So before I really give Lizanne an opportunity to talk, I'm going to brag about her. So Lizanne has been with us for about 4 years already. And she is not just the team leader of the applications, overseeing all the applications and training the team. She's also part of the onboarding team, and she heads the sales with Armand. So this lady has so much knowledge, and she's hands-on. And when we have our meetings, I almost reached a point, Lizanne, if somebody says to me, Elise, will you accept this application? I almost want to go, speak to Lizanne. So from Expello side, we are so honored to have you here. Now, just before we jump in, I just want to quickly see here. Good morning to everyone in that's here. Good morning, Rawson's Eagle, Glenn, Ruben, Casey. Oh, it's so nice. Tell us where you're from. What is your agency? It's always nice to know. As you know, Expello is nationwide. So it's always fun to see the small agencies and how they're coming through. For some odd reason, it wants to make this screen very big. So I'm seeing all of these chats in front of me. So good morning, Leapfrog, Westland. It's nice to see you close to our offices. It's nice to speak to you guys. East London. Wow, I hope the weather is nice in East London. Because we all pass holiday. We all have these holiday tents. It's so amazing. I laugh. In the beginning of the year, we all look so fresh. In August, we all starting looking pale. Bella, RealNet. It's nice to have you guys here. Leapfrog, Joburg North. It's so great to have all of you here. Blue Eyes, all of these people. And you know what is the amazing part of this? Is we can learn from each other. So please, if you have questions, drop it in the chats. I will make sure that we answer your questions. And of course, the good news is after today's session, we are going to send out an email with a link that you can go to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see this session again, and you can share it, especially with all the new agents. It's a new year. We get a lot of new agents. And if they're not sure, you can purely share the link. We will also put the step-by-step underneath. So this information is freely available, and so don't worry. But please listen today, ne? I always laugh and say we're not always per se radio personality, so we like interaction. So if you have a react button and we say something that's funny and you're enjoying it, please do not feel you can share a laugh. Ne? It's all good. Share your reactions. We love that interaction. We love our clients. We like speaking to them. So that was a lot from my side. And I know we are all super busy with the January stuff. So let's jump into it. Lizanne. So many people is asking me, Elise, when do we sign up with Expello? When do we apply for your services?
Elise, ideally we do it at the inception of the lease agreement. But we do get instances where a landlord already has a tenant in the property. We can also add an existing tenant for the landlord um, and make sure that the tenant didn't default in the past 3 months with no pending disputes. So we can add new and existing lease agreements.
Okay, so that is super vital. What she's saying is ideally in the beginning, né? So we don't want to wait to see if there's a problem, because if they come to us when there's already a problem, we will not be able to assist them. Then they cannot register for our services. Correct.
That's correct. Yes, Elise. Unfortunately not.
Okay, and what is amazing is the fact that we are not prejudicing. If you only found out about us today, you can still apply, but they should not have been in breach in the past 3 months, you said.
That's
Perfect.
correct.
Now, it's not purely a registration. They actually have to apply. So we have to determine whether this application we are receiving, we are going to accept. So when would a person say, how would they know we will accept this application, Lizard?
Elise, they have to confirm that the tenant does have a sufficient affordability. And if they did rent in the past 3 months, that there were no breach matter reported, and again, no pending disputes, then Expeller will accept the application. We also, yes?
No.
Sorry, Elise.
And what guidance do you give them? I mean, do they know beforehand who we will accept or not?
Yes, let me say it like this. So if they are unsure, really, maybe there's something on the credit report and they just need a second opinion, they're more than welcome to send the credit report through to us so that we can do a pre-approval. Will Expeller also accept this application? So then they can just send it through. If we see something, we will be in contact with the agent, landlord, to discuss the matter, and then we take it from there and make an informed decision.
Lizanne, that's again so valuable. And I think what people have to know is we often get this. Remember, you in this process, you deal with a lot of applications. And I think sometimes, because when they say to you, but are you really not going to accept them? You start to second guess yourself. And you sometimes just need that soundboard, or listen, this is so borderline. Am I being too strict? Am I being too lenient? Just quickly, Expeller, please assist me with this pre-approval. And what we've known, and as I deal with all these agencies, I know this is high speed. I mean, it's forever. I mean, you need to process, especially at the end of the month. I mean, if I see how busy your department is at the end of the month, I can just think how it is with agencies. And we do not want to cause a delay. So that's why we don't want to pre-approve every application. And Lizanne, is it correct? And tell us a bit more on, you actually, with a new agency that signs up with us, you do an onboarding and you give them guidance, right?
Yes, Elise. So we really encourage the agencies to use our online portal. So what will happen is we'll send through a link that you will also share this morning on the chat, that they can go and register as an agent on our online portal. If they complete the application on the portal, everything is in there. They answer all the questions, all the required information that we need to process the application. They can also upload the required documents. And yes, we are so excited about the portal. I also feel that if they use the portal, they've got a little bit of control. So they can log into the portal, they can see exactly what property was registered on our services and what tenants do we have in the property currently.
So what I'm doing is I am sharing that link on the chat. So what you say is they can go on the portal and it will guide you as to what we will need. Okay, there's nobody in the. Sorry, I want to share the link with the wrong people now. Let's do that. You see, so when we do the onboarding, we do a training session with the agencies, and we teach and we share the knowledge with them to say, listen, what we look for, what we documents we need, and we get them ideally registered on the portal. So if you're not on the portal as yet, you follow this link. It will ask you, are you an owner or are you an agent? If you're an agent and you are dealing with the management part, it's going to link you with the agency. So just ideally, we want the managers on there or the people that deals with the vetting that's going to upload it. And then with the owner, please just go on the owner link and you go register there to upload. Then what we do is you say, we guide them, it asks you, did you do vetting? Did you please upload your not your bank statements. I usually get upset if people send us bank statements. Please send us your credit report and the lease agreement. Now, Gert is asking a very good question. He's saying, okay, but what happens if I had my tenant less than 3 months? So we've seen this often. They place a tenant, they didn't know about Xpelo, second month, no problems. Now they want to register. Lizanne, what would you need?
So, sorry, Elise. So what we will need is you can send through the signed lease agreement and the credit report. And then just for that time period where the credit report is maybe a little bit outdated, you can also share the rental statement where it shows that the tenant paid a deposit and the first month's rental. So that will be the 3 documents that will be required.
So Gert, you can sign up with us. The big thing for us is we just want to prevent to have a situation where people don't sign up with Xpelo and then suddenly they have a problem and then they quickly want to sign up. And that is what we are checking. But Lizanne, I've mentioned something, and I know that we often have this debate. You said they need the credit report, or the rental statement and the lease agreement. What do you look for on these documents?
So if we open a credit report, the first thing that we look at, has the tenant default on the lease agreement before? So if the information is on the credit report, that's awesome, then we can see. But if not, we can always confirm with the agency if they did follow up with previous owners, landlords, or agencies. If the tenant did rent before, just to confirm that there were no disputes and it was a good payer, paid on time and in full. The second thing that we look on the credit report is the payment behavior of the tenant. And then we move on to the level of risk the report has calculated. And then the tenant move often. And then the most important thing, does the tenant have affordability?
Okay, so affordability, absolutely key, that we have a look at. And if a tenant is rated high risk, do we consider such applicants, or do we only look at low risk applicants?
Absolutely. We do look at a high risk tenant. We absolutely do not discriminate against a low credit score outcome. At the end of the day, as long as the agency can motivate why the credit report score was an outcome of a C, D, E, or F, maybe the tenant was under debt review, or we have a credit card payment. The tenant already paid that credit card, but it was never updated on the credit report. So yes, we can just then motivate why we have this credit score outcome. But yes, we will definitely accept them. And I would also like to mention that we do look at a tenant that is under debt review. So it's almost like this tenant acknowledge, I have a problem, I need to get everything in order with my credit report. So yes, we also do not discriminate against someone that is under debt review.
Lizanne, and I have to say from my side, and I think especially when Xpelo started, it was one of the things that I really we want to offer a service that's available for everyone. We don't want to make the criteria so difficult that almost nobody can apply. So if I usually say if we reject it, it's almost borderline on reckless to go and accept this person. It means there is an affordability or there's a history of non-payment. And then you don't want to enter into such an agreement because that's going to be purely reckless. But what I've seen, and if you look at some of the stats, and I don't know if that is what you're seeing as well, is the most applications we are getting is C is I don't want to just say C, because I know that if you don't know what I'm talking about, TPN has got a nice A, B, and C, and the most of the credit reports we do get is TPN, which is nice because it shows rental payments made currently and in the past, so that is quite helpful. But your other credit scores is usually medium, low risk. So we see a lot of yellow. That's almost the safest thing to say. And it's purely because things happen in the world, and we don't want to prejudice you. We don't want you to lose out on a good tenant purely because maybe they were listed by a blood test and they didn't even know about it. So we want to keep that open. So that's one of the things. Ruben is asking, where would we write the motivation? Will a letter be, can it be uploaded with the other documents? So Ruben, and we're going to go over to the portal. The portal actually have a block. So it will always ask, was vetting done? Now, Lizanne, and please add here, we do not do vetting. Very important. Xpelo does not do vetting. That's why agencies are so important. You guys look at all the bank statements. You look at the salary slips. You look at all those tons of documents. And later in the year, we're going to look at vetting again. So we purely ask, did you do vetting? And based on your vetting, and that's why also, Lizanne, please, that's why the initial training and meeting is so important, because we build a relationship with our clients. We need to know that if you say vetting was done, you do check A, B, and C, because vetting, often we think vetting, everybody knows what we are talking about. But then you get somebody that pulls a credit report and then they tell us I did vetting, and that's not vetting. Hey.
Yes, exactly. That is true, Elise.
And
so yes, we really we really rely on the tenants, on the agents' feedback regarding the vetting, because they are the experts at the end of the day. And it's always very nice every time that I have a discussion with agent regarding the vetting process to get all the information, and then like we Xpelo give a little bit of guidance, and then, oh, okay, no, I feel comfortable. I think, yes, Lizanne, we can proceed with this application.
Okay.
That's very nice.
And that's why, because especially with POPI and so forth, when we go onto the portal, we only want to see the lease agreement, and we want to see the credit reports of the new people. If it's an existing, we will ask for the tenant, the existing tenant. And if there's additional documents that we would need, we will then ask for it. Ruben, I know you say it's limited. Somebody said it's limited, Robin said it's limited to what you want to upload. And I almost want to say it's sort of intentional, because Lizanne, people send us bank statements, 3 months bank statements and salary slips, and then they go, please have a look at it. Will you accept? And I usually take the stance and say, if you want, we cannot interpret it. Agents go through training. I mean, yes, some big brands on here this morning, and I know they take time to train their people how to do vetting. We are not going to do that vetting. We are not going to go through the bank statement to say what was the income, what was the expenses. There's certain things that we want to check on. That is why we ask that you do the vetting. If you send us the credit report, or you say, listen, this was done, if we ask for proof, we will ask for it. It gets linked to a ticket, and we link it on our side. It's not going to be on the portal. So I hope that makes sense to the people out there, because we want to make it as easy as possible. I want to brag. There some of our clients on here, they purely just send us the documents through, and they already know when they should explain and when they just have to submit. Lizanne, how long does an application take?
Elise, around about 2 hours to get the feedback. Let's say they do send it through in the morning, they will have an answer by the afternoon. In the afternoon, late afternoon, and if late afternoon the application was only received, we will do it first thing the next morning. And that is why, again, we encourage the agents to use the portal, because the turnaround time to get a reply is much faster than to send it directly to us.
So that is and I have to say, the team really is on it. Hey, they have a look and they go and see as to if there's an application on the portal. What is nice, if you go into our portal, it flickers and it says new application, new application. If it had a sound, it doesn't really do that or doesn't really do it. But I mean, we have a look at and we attend to it as quickly as possible. And most of our delays is because people don't submit all the information. Lizanne, this is not really one of the things, and our focus today is really just how to register with Expelo. I am going to share the details later on for if you want more information, again, a recap on what our services is. And the good thing is on the bridge process, we're not going to touch on that either. We have your hand there next to those. So today's focus is really just when do I sign up? How do I sign up? What does Expelo look for? And to take that process. Lizanne, we often see this, that you have 2 applicants. But then people only send us 1 applicant, but that applicant doesn't have affordability. Do you see this often, and what's the consequences? I mean, does it cause a delay when they do it that way? What are you seeing in the market?
Absolutely, Elise. We do get applications that send through only with one of the applicants' credit reports, and you know what we pick up, there's no affordability. So then we really encourage before the lease is signed that they bring in another applicant. And if there is one, to also do the vetting, because at the end of the day, we would like to boost the affordability. We want the affordability and to make sure or to assure that the rent is paid for the landlord. At the end of the day, you would like to keep your relationship with your landlord and make sure that the tenant can afford the rental at the end of the day.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it is on. We had a very long conversation about this. Is we get this application, there's 2 people that's applying, but they only put the 1 person on the lease. Now, I assume it's because the second person's credit score is not looking great, but that 1 person doesn't have affordability. So I don't know if that tenant then defaults and your landlord queries you. You can actually be open for negligence because you've accepted the lease agreement on 1 person where there wasn't affordability. Yes, you're going to say, yeah, but somebody's helping them to pay, but they're not part of the agreement. You are not protecting yourself. You're not protecting your landlord. So from the beginning, if the one is a bit bad, you know they're going to contribute. They are going to stay there. Add them to the lease and let them make an informed decision. I think, and if that's where the pre-approval is very helpful, hey, Lizanne, is when you get this, we often see as a husband, wife, maybe the husband's credit score is not good, but the wife's is very good. You have sent both of us and you say, Elise, this or Expelo, this is the situation. We are happy with affordability on both. This is the things, and we confirm and we say, we are willing to accept them. And this is where it helps the agent. Now you can go to your landlord and say, listen, I know this is the one looks great, the one doesn't look super great, but Expelo is willing to take it. So we are managing your risk. Instead of taking the approach of let's pretend they're not there. We cannot accept it because from our side, we say, listen, we can only work on the documents and we cannot rely on a third party that's not part of the agreement. And that's a frustration on your side.
Absolutely, yes, it is, Elise. So yes, please, guys, if you can do the credit report on both, do the vetting, make 100% sure that everything is in order with the affordability.
Okay, so then we get the you confirm the affordability. We have all the applications, and then the process actually works very, very easy. I also just want to mention, if you speak to any of our clients that's been dealing with us a long time, we really give a quick response. But to manage expectations, we say 2 hours. Please, we're not going to process applications over the weekend. We are not a emergency service. we have the luxury of having office hours. So if you send it through over the weekend, please know that we will attend to it on a Monday morning. So that is a process. Lizanne, you quickly touched on the portal, and I did share the link for the portal. Is that the only way they can apply for our services?
No, Elise. They can also send the application with the required documents directly to applications@expello.co.za. But like I said, it takes a little bit longer because we have to work through the whole application. And then if we have any questions, or let's say it is from medium to high risk tenants, we need to send you guys the process questions just to confirm that you are satisfied with affordability.
Okay. So that is the two ways, on our portal or on the email process. And we had a look at our stats. We see often people, when they do it via email, they do not submit all the documents, or it's not complete. Or they send us the documents, we have a question, now we have to, and they don't come back to us. The quicker you load it, the better. Can they load it? So just from our process as well as on, I know there's certain times that they have to sign up. So if I want to register a lease with Expello, when should they send it through?
Let's say the lease needs to start on the 1st of February. Elise, ideally for the invoice to go out on the 25th, they can send it before the 25th, and we can process it for the 1st of February. But let's say the application comes in on the 5th of February. So we have time up until the 7th of every month to still upload the application for the current month, for the 1st of February. So till the 7th of February, we have time to load for the 1st of February. And then I would also like to mention that if there is a cancellation, we know month end, it's a very busy time of the month, and maybe you did forget to notify us of the tenant that moved out at the end of January. We also have up until the 7th of February to cancel the lease agreement on our side, and we credit your invoice.
Yes, Lazan, and it's so true, because I say, our services is technically on a month-to-month basis, because firstly, if the tenant vacates, you can't have Expello in there because the lease agreement was terminated. But it's important that you inform us. If you didn't tell us for 6 months, we're not going to give you all your money back, ne? So ideally, before the 7th of the month, please send us your applications and your cancellations, and you will not be held well, we'll charge you for that month, or we will not if you're canceling. I think that's the important part, that one knows that it runs. So you basically, because I know all the lease agreements doesn't get signed on the last day always per se. But if it does, you have until the 7th of the month to send everything through to us. Why we need the lease agreement, and I think this is something important, because I know sometimes you get the tenant to sign the lease agreement, and then your landlord is overseas and you're struggling to get that lease agreement signed back from the landlord. And we do not want that to cause a delay in signing up with Expello, because the landlord usually then jumps to sign it only when there's a problem, and then we're not going to accept it. What we suggest is, please forward us the lease agreement, then, even if the tenant just signed, because at least that's a confirmation the tenant took occupation. What is nice is the lease agreement usually have all the information that we need. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we know there is a written lease agreement, because remember, that's an offer by the landlord that is given, and if the tenant at least signed and took occupation, there is an agreement in place. So if the tenant signed it and you are struggling with your landlord to sign it, don't let it delay. Please send it through to us and say, here's the lease agreement, the tenant has signed, I'm struggling to get the landlord to sign in time. Can you please register with Expello, and we will accept it, and we will make a note. If we later on, we will remind you, say, listen, did you get the signed lease? Can we take it forward? Lizanne, you happy with that?
Absolutely, yes. We can do that. We get that very often, where the landlord is away overseas, like you mentioned, Elise. So yes, once we receive the fully signed lease agreement, we can just purely upload it to the application, and then it is complete. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. And I think what we have to keep in mind is Expeller services is paid in advance. So they pay in the beginning of the month for the month. So this is another thing that we've seen that sometimes people forget is especially the first month, they pay the deposit, they pay all the fees, and then they pay the money over to the landlord, and they forgot to pay Expello. So please remember to make that provision. Most of the occasions, the landlords pay for it. As you collect the rent, remember to pay Expello over. And then before you pay the landlord or whatever expenses that needs to be paid, that Expello is paid and it is in place. Okay, I just want to quickly look at some of the questions to see if we've answered all the questions. Where to write the motivation. We said there is a block on the portal that they can actually go on, and they can go on there. Anton, I see you asking, you're an owner, you signed up, you're just not sure about our services. Please send, I've shared Lizanne's, there's a WhatsApp number, our office number, and email, and we'll be in contact and we'll do the whole session with you again as to what our service entails in full. Then we dealt with the documents that can be uploaded. We've dealt with that. If a tenant is in default, do you send the letter of demand or the manager agent? So, Carol, we're not dealing with this, and we are going to deal with this next month on the 18th of March with Johan, the team leader of the legal department. But normally, the sending of the letter of demand is part of the agent's managing process. So that is just what I want to mention there. Ruben mentioned that how they calculate the rent, saying your salary must be at least 3 times the rent. That's a good guideline, Ruben. I think for us at the end of the day, when we really see, and please, Lizanne, just double check me on this, is we have actually seen applications where it says the salary is 20,000 Rand. The credit report comes back and say, on the credit agreement alone, he's paying back 18,000 Rand. So there's 2,000 Rand left. How is this person going to be able to pay the rent, buy food, all of those type of things? So this is not even, Lizanne, agree with me, this is not even an in-depth look at. We just, on top of the, we look at the information at hand and we go, well, if we just look at this, and I think we both know what it costs just to live, hey? Just to have an average. If you're saying, listen, this is 4 people going to stay here and you've got 2,000 Rand left after paying your rent, we can't see how you will be able to afford it. Am I correct, Lizanne?
That's correct, Elise. No, that's a little bit too little money to get through the month. So no, that is not sufficient affordability.
Yeah, so I think that's always a guideline that we want to use. Carol just asked a question. If Expello is paid from the tenant's rental received and the tenant have not paid the rent and there is no money to pay Expello money month, does Expello fall away? So Carol, no, it does not fall away. Again, I usually say that is, firstly, I love it if we paid from the rent, because if we don't get paid by the 7th, we usually will send an email say, listen, did you get paid or did you send out a letter of demand? And of course, it kicks off the legal process. We will not say, oh, we didn't get payment, it's not going to work. The biggest concern, Lizanne, and we've seen this, is people don't pay or they don't register with Expello. And then, because this has happened, everything looks perfect. They register in January, February they default, and now they need Expello. But because they didn't sign up with Expello, Expello is going to come and say, well, you're already in default, we're not going to accept the application. You see the difference, Lizanne? Because it's such a fine line to say, we're sending the application, but don't register it yet, and then we wait. And then there's a default. Now they quickly want to pay and sign up. And that's when we cannot afford it. To take it, that doesn't make sense.
No. So we will decline an application like that, Elise.
And as we said, is our services on a month-to-month basis. Lizanne, how would they go about to cancel our services?
They can also, and please remember, we do training on the portal, and I will show you exactly how to do the cancellations. So you can just purely go onto the portal and you can cancel the lease agreement from there, or you can notify us via email again at applications@expeller.co.za, and then we can just do the cancellation on your behalf.
Okay, and God is asking again, and this is very important information because I'm hoping after what you've survived in January already, you're thinking, oh, I'm so glad I know about Expeller. They're going to make my life so much better. And they want to register again. If they want to register middle of the lease, can they? And what do you need, Lizanne?
Yes, Elise, if I do understand correctly, in the middle of the lease agreement, yes, they can sign up. We will need a 3 month rental statement that indicates the tenant did not default. So if we see that the letter of demand was sent out in the past 3 months, we're also not going to accept. They have to pay on time and in full for that, the past 3 months. And please also note pending disputes. We will also not accept a tenant if there is a dispute currently running.
Okay, and the lease agreement. Remember,
And the lease agreement, yes.
Expeller needs a written lease agreement. We do not accept applications that's a verbal lease agreement. No, we would rather take a bad lease agreement over a. But we had the discussion. Eh? We were all on the same page. Unfortunately, those ones are the headache ones, and we do not accept those.
Okay. That's correct. Yes.
Then, sorry, I'm dealing with the questions as they are coming in. Are the monthly contributions the same or dependent on the rental amount? This is a good question, Cindy. And the good news is it's a flat fee. Expeller's fee for a residential property is 250 Rand per month per lease. That's it, irrespective of what the rent is. The reason for this is we are not a rental guarantee. So whether I'm going to evict somebody from a flat, a mansion, a sectional title, it's most probably going to cost exactly the same. So that's why we have a fixed amount of 250 Rand per month per lease that needs to be paid from the rent collected. Oh, and Lizanne, I almost forgot. And we do take commercial properties, and commercial properties are 300 Rand.
100 Rand, yes.
So that is that. Robin is asking, she thought it's 230. Robin, remember you are a Rental Sphere member. That was why you've got a special but our standard rate out there for landlords and so forth. If you go on our website, it's 250. Okay. Lizanne, from your side, if there's anything that you want to share from the client services department with all of these amazing property role players this morning, what do you want to share?
Please get in contact with me so that I can guide you through the whole process. I'm very excited, and now that we are more using our portal system, guys, I want to give you that control that you have to see what's currently happening. I know Johan is also going to be on the webinar next month, so I don't want to say about anything about breach, but you can find all the required information. You can find on our online portal, and me and our applications team, we are ready to come and assist you guys, to be there for you and take you through everything step by step.
Okay. So we'll share all of that. We've got one last question, and this is part of how you onboard. And I think we are going to have a separate session about that, as well as to how do you offer Expeller to your owners, where do you note it? So what we usually suggest is please put the section of the Expeller services in your mandate where they can select if they want it or not. You are welcome to forward your mandate to us in a Word format. We put it in for you nicely. We make sure your numbering is perfect and everything, and we send it back to you. Alternatively, we can give you a separate addendum. So that's what I want to do. Lizanne, you were absolutely great. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and taking the time to share it with us. I know you guys are super busy at this stage. So thank you very much for that. Next month, I need to share my screen again that I can quickly do the brag. So next month we're having Johan, the team leader of the breach department with us, and we're going to talk about the breach process as to how Expelo deals with it. I think often people do get confused. They think our process is just a normal legal process, or even with the application process, they often think that when we do the application process, that's vetting, or this is the only thing that's needed. We are there to support, and there's other things we look at, but we share our knowledge because we believe if we all grow together, we all will be a success in an environment that is so needed. Rentals are needed. People can't go and buy, and we need to manage it professionally out there. So that's one thing I want to say from our side. I want to say thank you for taking the time. Let me just share here again. Is it not amazing if you look for something, then you can't find the button? Hey, fun stuff. What we want to do is, I've shared the portal details. I've shared the telephone number, the email address, and the WhatsApp number. Please use that, get in contact with us, and we will give you the information that is needed. We'll give you the training or answer any questions that is needed. You are also welcome to at any time phone myself or Armand, my business partner and co-director in Expelo, and we will be of service. Thank you very, very much for an amazing morning. Please be safe and see you guys next month.